You own your reality. Okay? We choose what to express. Okay? What they say, think before you act, okay? You stand in choice every single moment of what you say, okay? What you do. Now, a thought can just come along, but you don't have to feed it and you don't have to act upon it. Okay? Now, this is an interesting technique to when you got a couple of choices in front of you, okay? First of all, we want to pick the choice that is of our highest excitement because that's our sign, that is the life, that's the direction. Hey, over here, this is the life that we prefer. Okay? So, when you have a couple of choices, so you go, okay, well, here's this choice. So pretend you pick this choice, choice number 1. Visualize yourself doing it. If there's any smells to be had or anything you can see, any people, let all of that come in there. Really walk through that choice and notice how your body feels. Okay? Take some notes, any emotions that come up, any feelings that come up. Okay? Then do that with the other choice. Okay? There will always be one choice that is of your highest and best preference. Okay? One choice that's more exciting, one choice that feels better. And don't let your brain interfere and go, yeah, but I got to do this because this is the best way, and there's, college and there's Western medicine and there's politics and there's jobs and there's this, we gotta, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Do you really believe that? Because if you really do, then that's your system. If you're a guy like me, you don't believe in any of that crap, okay? But it's about you understanding who you are for you, okay? So I've been doing this lately with this practice of, figuring out which thing to choose. And I asked myself, okay, if you could just do it real quick too, just state one choice and let a feeling come up. And then state the other choice and let a feeling come up. And be honest with yourself, which one feels better. Oh, but then you'll choose the one that doesn't prefer better because you don't want to upset your adult children. You don't want to be kept from your grandkids, okay? You don't want to go against the doctor or your ex or your partner or your teacher or your cop or whoever you deem as your authority. So you choose the one that you don't prefer because you want to be a version of you that's pleasing to them, and there's always someone that's not going to be pleased, okay? So, please yourself. That's how you consciously create reality. Okay? Drumming, toning, moving some energy. All right. So you put the definition to everything on your reality. You own your reality. Whatever's going on in your life right now, you created it. Oh, really? Yes and yay, right? Because no matter what it is, when you own that sumbitch, you know that you can create something different. I created this. I know 100%. So I know 100% that I can create something different if I want it, right? But if you are a victim to your circumstance, oh, I didn't create this. I had no, it wasn't my thoughts that created it. It just happened to me and as a kid and all this stuff happened to me because this happened to me because that. Okay, then you're the victim and oh, gee darn. You can't, from that victim point, you can't go and create the reality you want next because you're not owning the fact that you created the reality you're in now. Amen, right? Amen. Okay, so, yes, that's awesome news. And so when we're listening to other people in our lives as authorities of us, see, a lot of times when I work with people spiritually, I'll work with them a few months and then I'll take a few months off. And I'll let them know that I don't want their conscious to become my voice. I don't want to become their authority. I don't want all the spiritual knowledge that I believe or that I know to then become what they turn to that they should do. I keep throwing it back at them. What do you believe? What do you believe? What do you feel? What do you feel? Okay? I'm an all-faith pastor. Okay? And I lead people back to what they believe. Yeah, I'll expose them to tons of stuff. I love yapping. Okay, I got a ton of stuff I love to talk about. But the point is you understanding how you're creating reality so that you can create reality consciously. Okay? And we don't do this by pleasing people around you, including me. So I'll tend to be accurate in my psychic readings and my healings working with people. It really does help them and work. And they get to a point where they rely on me. And then I have to go away for a while, kind of like just putting in my head like Nanny McPhee, right? Because they have to be making their own conscious choices. They have to reestablish their neurons and understand their beliefs from their point of view and not just have my point of view as a reference, as their teacher, their guru, their leader. Because you don't need a guru, okay? The job of someone like me, my calling here, I'm the Hierophant, the tarot deck, number 5 or whatever, and my job is to help you to know you, okay? And so when I work with people healing, I assist them to move all of other people's version of them out of their energy field, out of their life, and keep putting it back on them to believe who they are. And so when I get really deep into healing work, have to take some time off so that I can differentiate, what do I really feel, or am I still trying to please the shaman, the guide, the healer, the teacher that I'm working with? And are people doing that with me? Okay, so that's very, very important. Okay, feeling into the choice, we talked about that. That's very important. If you don't feel good, you're out of alignment, okay? If it doesn't feel good, it's not right. Something's not going on. If you think about it, you go, well, what's really going on in my life? Why don't I feel good? Well, you don't feel good because someone's always harping at you about this job you need to take, or this you need to do with your kids, or this place you need to go. You need to have your house this way. You need to have your relationship this way. You got to plan for the future. You got to do this and this and this to make me okay. All right? And y'all probably got one of those in your life. Okay, I don't. I removed all of those. But the people that I work with spiritually, they seem to all have someone in their life that is constantly telling them who they need to be. Okay, your job is to be who you want to be. And it sounds easy, right? Oh, okay, I'll just do whatever the heck I want. But no, we have guilt, we have shame, we have all these programs that stop us from being who we want to be. Okay, so one of the things that works really good too, when you're berating, kind of bullying yourself, you go, well, is that what I believe? Or do I just believe that for myself? So I'll ask people, kind of make the question kind of go around the bend a little bit and put it towards someone else or their kids or whatever. So do you believe that this, and then I'll say this about their kids or someone they know or even a stranger. And they'll be like, oh, no, I don't believe that. And then I'll come back and go, but you believe it for yourself. And they'll be like, well, yeah. So then they understand that it's not actually their belief, okay? They're creating their reality based on unconscious beliefs that aren't theirs, and on low self-esteem, on programs that other people put upon them, and trying to be the best version of themselves according to what some bully told them somewhere else in their life, okay? Not their preferred joyful self, okay? So there is no reason you can't just cut everybody out of your life and live your life that you want. And I never mean children that aren't adults. You have spiritual contracts, that's different. But there's no reason that you should answer to another adult, okay? And if you do, you do. But then you must believe that we all need someone else to answer to in order for us to be okay, to be happy, to live full lives, to live joyous lives, to have the life that we prefer, live the life we want. We have to have a mother. We have to have an aunt. We have to have a cop. We have to have a social work. We have to have a therapist. We have to have someone else telling us how we believe and what we need to do. Then you believe that we all need that. Either you believe that or you don't. So you figure out what you believe. Either you believe that you constantly need a mother in your life berating you and putting you down and questioning you all the time. And if you believe that for you, do you believe that for me? Do you believe that for everyone around you? And so it helps to identify the belief. And then you don't have to do the work. You don't have to take any action. You're just identifying the belief, and then it dissipates. And then you move into consciously creating reality instead of unconscious. It's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, if it's out of alignment, it's not good. Okay, it's constantly a challenge to be yourself. Okay, why is it so hard to just be who I am? Well, because so-and-so might not like it. My dad might not like it. He might not be proud of me. He might think I'm stupid. My mom might not like me. Do you like your mom? No. Do you like what she believes in? No. Well, why do you want her to approve of your life? Well, because, right, it's just the inner child that's afraid. Okay, each time you make a bold stance and do what you really prefer, regardless of who says, fuck you, fuck off, you're no good, mother, what, regardless of what they say, you take leaps and bounds, huge explosions to creating reality that you prefer, one where you might actually have joy and fun and peace. Okay, every naysayer in your life, cut the cord. Like I said earlier with the elephant, right? You're holding that rope and your hands are getting bloody. Just let go, right? You don't need to please them. Oh, but I need them around because I don't want to burn the bridge in case I need them someday. A lot of times people do that. They don't realize even how much assets they have within themselves. So you're believing in that you have to keep someone in your life that's constantly berating you and putting you down and slamming you so that you can have the things in your life that they provide to you. Because you believe that you have no other way to provide those things for yourself. And if you believe that as a belief system, you believe that for me too. So you believe that I need a mother in my life. Okay, I need a husband. I need a wife. I need an authority figure telling me what to do every day. I need them to let me use a car. I need them to help me to buy a house. I need them to give me food or to do different things in my life to make me okay. So I need to let them abuse me, put me down, talk down to me, berate me. That you must believe that for me too. Okay, so what we're doing here when we're having this dialogue in our minds is we're identifying the belief. And from this moment, we can then create reality consciously instead of creating reality unconsciously. And the more we do this, the more we are in the driver's seat in control of creating our reality, okay, that we actually prefer to be living in. Okay? Be kind to yourself. Don't bully yourself. If you have a voice in your head that's bullying you, okay, that's not yours. Okay? If you have voices that are not being kind to you, that's not yours. If you're lamenting over what you should have done in the past, that's not yours. That's programs, that's someone else's, and you're time traveling, you're bringing the past to this moment. You create reality in the now, and it's always now. What I do in the now causes the future. No, in the future, it'll be now. It's how you identify everything in the moment. You put the identification, the definitions to everything that's going on in your life. Okay? Be kind to yourself. If there's a voice in your head that's not kind to yourself, it's not yours, darling. It's not. Okay? It's a program that leads you down a road to life you don't prefer. Okay? Invoke the power of the living God in this moment and create the reality that you want to be living. And you do that by giving yourself a break. Okay? Being kind to yourself. Doing whatever the fuck you want. Okay, with integrity, in every moment, it's the highest excitement choice with integrity. In other words, you're not bullying anybody else. You're not running over anybody else's rights. You're not like, oh, my highest excitement is to have a car. I'm going to steal someone else's car. Your highest excitement within integrity. Okay, and get rid of people in your life that don't like you. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts to think they don't like you. So what? They tell you every day they don't like you by berating you, by changing you, by you should do this. Oh, you'd be prettier if you did this. Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, you need to. They keep these people in their lives, right? And they think because I'm happier if they're here. Yeah, it might hurt to get rid of them because you're addicted to being abused by them, but get rid of them, okay? Let the wounds heal and move towards a preferred life of joy that you really want to be living. Amen, right?